Have you ever wondered when should you trade pieces that have the same amount of value? Well, by analyzing this game you will find out. So, this game begins very normal, e4, e5, very simple stuff. I take his pawn, he takes my pawn, bishop e2, castles, I push his bishop back, and as you can see I'm already up a little bit because I played basic moves like castling early and not bringing my queen out very fast. Rook e1, trying to use the fact that his queen, knight and king are on the same file. He plays queen c5, but after d4, which was a great move, he has to move his queen. And yeah, knight c6, takes. Okay, so first major trade of the game. In this position, my bishop is kind of active. It controls many squares, many important squares, and I would say it's a pretty good piece. Now, on the other hand, his bishop controls this diagonal, which is a pretty good diagonal too, because my queen is on it, my bishop is on it, so these are some pretty equal bishops. Maybe mine is just a little bit better, but not that much better. So he trades. I would say it's a fair trade. He castles and I play knight d2. Now he takes, and in this position I want you to look at his knight. His knight controls many important squares on my side of the board. Okay? And if you look at this knight, the knight on d2, it also controls some good squares, but I think we can both agree that his knight is a little bit more better, is very good, because it's on the center of the board and it's what we call an octopus knight, because it controls many important squares, like that. Okay, it's kind of like an octopus. So in this position, if I can get rid of his knight, it would make perfect sense for me to do so. So, as you can probably guess, the best move is to trade his knight. So I trade, and if you look at this knight is also a very good knight for me because it controls many important squares on his side of the board. So it would make perfect sense for him to get rid of my knight, and that's why he traded. Now I pinned the bishop, he brings another rook back, and as you can see I'm up 2 points of material if you look down here, and also +5, almost +5 on the Stockfish evaluation. So in this position it makes sense for me to trade pieces down, especially looking at the fact that I'm about 4 minutes down on the clock. And yeah, if you are down on the clock, you should trade pieces because it will make your game easier. So takes, and I've simplified the position, even though maybe I'm minus 0.3, 0.4, the game is much easier for me, and I'm exactly down 4 minutes on the clock, and I've basically made my game easier for me to translate into a winning endgame and a winning position. And yeah, I'm basically up a knight. I check him, king b8, I take the pawn, and now basically in this part of the game you just take pawns, play solid moves, don't blunder. That's the biggest thing. When you have a winning position, don't blunder. You just wait for him to blunder, because when he blunders you just have to capitalize on the gain. So yeah, he avoided, and you also might see that my knight is hanging in this position. But it's actually a blunder if he takes, because now queen g8 is almost checkmate after queen e8. So yeah, that's why it's a brilliant move. Okay, a6 to avoid the checkmate. You know, just play solid moves. He takes on the pawns, and here queen a4 is actually a big blunder because it's a mate in 3 for me, and I actually saw the mate in 3. So yeah guys, it's not really that hard to know when you should trade. You just have to apply those simple principles and your games will be very easy, because you wouldn't have to think about like, oh, should I trade here or I shouldn't trade here. And this basically has made your games very very easy. So again, thank you guys for watching, hope you learned something new. Bye.